Alright, let's get into it. About 50 of you tagged me in that little dog barking. So I conducted a test. You see a name, my name, that many times, you're gonna look into it. He started walking it back a little bit, but he wants mega content creators. That's why he wants Good Trouble or Harry. Respect where respect is due. Good Trouble's been putting in that work, and I'd pay to see that. And that's about his weight class. But bear in mind, I'm in fight camp for a pay-per-view in August. For me, sparring would be a Tuesday. For him, it's this big event. I know a win or a loss is a lesson. And if he wants to help keep me warm, he can make a video on it. I'm not giving him my platform. The foam on my cafe au lait here has more substance. It would be more difficult to put down cookie dough. And I did plan on having a few special guest sparring sessions. Make a little content, do a little training together, maybe go out for a nice Italian meal. But he and I both know the cannoli and the espresso for dessert would have more crunch and give more gas. I spar with my fight coach at least once a week, and he's a conservative cop. What has politics got to do with it? It's about skill. But no, despite all the tags, nada. I got plenty of people to keep me warm. Guys like him walk into open mat every week, and they learn a lesson. They usually can't handle it, and we never see them again. But now he wants to add a debate and all this other stuff, when in that first vidya, it was just sparring. I don't need to talk about it. Well, except for the Clash of Fates playlist charity pay-per-view thing with Dragon. I trained my neck to prevent concussions. I've mowed lawns that would keep me warmer than that guy. Every loud dog needs the reinforcement. The validation. Go back and watch that video again and see what a real fighter sees. Did you watch it again? Could you see the nervousness and anxiety just throwing that out on the internet? Who's gonna bite? Yeah, I'd say he's semi-trending for it. I've seen tons of response videos. He got his spotlight, he's happy. But he and I will both know I didn't platform him, but he saw all your tags. And silence. I don't know, my seatbelt curves when I wear one. His was straight. I'm just wise enough to know that anybody could get lucky. But that was a human volume button set to max and how he solves all of his problems. And why I've been sparring with bullies or partners most of my life. I walk into a room and people notice, and then my kids stop me afterwards and ask me why. That was just a desperately average American citizen, screaming into the void to seem tough for even 5 minutes. Well, he got that, didn't he? But he and I will always know. And that's all I ever need to know. I got better things to do than be reactionary of everything on the internet all day long. Like getting ready for a real pay-per-view fight. But if he changes his mind and he minds his manners, I don't see why not. I don't care what side of the aisle keeps me warm. And choosing specifically is kinda weird. But hey, if he could get out here in the next 3 weeks, maybe after, he could steer the truck when I do the 1 mile truck push. You know, since he likes to talk in a vehicle. And at the end of the day, that's what it is. A real man isn't easily goaded. It comes with experience. He can barely manage his anger and adrenaline in a car. What's he gonna do in a ring? Especially when an experienced ragdoller whispers sweet nothings into his ear to further expand on this. Male egos are funny, and if not careful, an easily exploitable weakness. And he demonstrated that for us all. But I'll speak to you about it, and give him no clout. Just like if he really wanted to spar. Anyway, I gotta go work on these lumps of mine. I'll see you all around. Good talk. Acha cha 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 cha.